Hi, I'm Sarah from My Handmade Wardrobe. Today I'm going to share with you how you can use the inspiration that you collated in your mood boards during the Sew Your Own Style programme to start designing the key pieces that you need in your wardrobe. So first of all, I've created a mood board. I decided to create a mood board for the theme of I do like to be beside the seaside, and this is for a particular event that I am attending this summer. So when you create your mood boards, you can approach it in a number of different ways, and I've gone over all the different things that you might want to think about when creating mood boards to help you focus on the Sew Your Own Style programme. Look for the stage 3 content, and I'll give you some ideas about how you might want to look at the inspiration that you've gathered and collate it into mood boards to edit your ideas and help you focus on what you really need to add to your wardrobe. So for this mood board, I collated information from Pinterest, from various other sources online, and I've gone down the theme of vintage seaside. I really love the tie tops, the palazzo pants and wide leg trousers and shorts with the button-up details. I love the idea of having a simple retro seaside graphic tee as well. So the graphic tee, I'm pretty sure I can just base on our 3x3 tees pattern. Might make it a little bit more oversized and print off an image onto t-shirt transfer paper, and I think that will make a really, really nice graphic tee. Now I could wear that quite happily with button-up trousers or shorts. If I have time before the event, I might choose to make a top to go with it. I really love this tie detail woven top, and I like the fact that it's kind of a cropped length. I'd probably wear it over the top of a vest top because I don't really like showing my midriff, but I really like how cute it is with a little tie at the front. So I'll probably be looking at using either a tablecloth gingham, so like a really enlarged gingham, or a bold stripe. And I love these colours, the red, the green, the brighter blue, and a splash of yellow as well. So I feel like this mood board has really helped me focus on the kind of styles that I like and the designs and design details that I want to include in my design. So I'm going to start designing a pair of button detail shorts, which I'd like to wear for this event, but I'd also like to wear for other events in the future. So I've got my design sheet here, and you can print these off from our Sew Your Own Style portal. And I've got a variety of different prompts here to just help me put my design ideas together and really help me focus, because one of the things when you're designing, it can be very overwhelming and you have so many different ideas that you can throw at a garment. It's quite easy to over design a garment. So this prompt sheet will help you to refine your ideas. So first of all, I'm going to put in the garment type that I am designing. So that is shorts or trousers. I haven't decided yet whether I want to do shorts or trousers, so if I design them as trousers, then I can always make them shorter. The season or event is the sewing camp party, and the style description, so it's a high waist button detail trouser. So I've got some little prompt squares here where I could print off some of the images from the mood board and put in the design details. So I might choose to put in a close-up of the buttons. I might choose to put in an example of some buttons that I might want to buy. I might want to put in an example of how the hems are finished, or maybe how the inside is finished as well. And then down at the bottom here, I've got my design notes, which I can start to add to after I've done my sketch. So they just help to prompt the full design process rather than just creating a nice sketch. I'm starting to think about how I'm actually going to make the garment, including construction details, fabric, and all the fastenings, notions, and other little bits that I'm going to need to make this garment come to life. So I'm going to start sketching my design idea. So I want it to sit nice and high on the waist. Now, because I want to make a high-waisted design, I'm thinking I probably need a curved waistband. The reason for this is that if I go for a straight waistband, what's going to happen is it's going to sit proud of the waist, where I go in and out quite dramatically. So a curved waistband is going to be smaller at this top edge and larger at this bottom edge here, and that will allow me to get a much better fit. So I'm then going to draw my legs, and I do want them to be quite wide-legged. Okay, and then I'm going to have my front seam. Now, I could have a front opening here, but I think actually I'm going to just do no opening at the waistband and just add a little bit of volume there, just to show that the legs are quite voluminous. So I've got a couple of options here. I can either put a side zip in, and then I can put a pocket in with the buttons just on the top, so they're just non-functional, they're just for show. Or I can actually open up the trouser from that point, and then my buttons go 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I think probably 4. Let's go a bit dramatic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be my button detail there, and that would also act as the actual opening of the garment. Now I want to be careful that I'm not making that opening too wide, because I think that would be unflattering. So that's definitely something to think about. Maybe making that opening quite straight. Yeah, and I think I've got that covered. So I've got my curved waistband. I have got my front opening. I've got my buttons. And of course I need to think about what they're actually going to be. I'm going to have my wide leg. And I think I probably want that to be maybe a 30 centimetre diameter, or a 30 centimetre across front. So across here, I'm going to say 30 centimetres. And put a little question mark, because I need to test that out when I'm toiling. Okay, so I think I've got all of my design details there. I would love to add some pockets. I'm really going to rack my brains to see if I can add a pocket and still have a functional fastening there. There might be a way. If there is, I will find it. And then, of course, I've got to think about the back. So the back, we've just got the high waist again, the regular waistband with the curve again, and then we've got nice wide legs of the trousers. fairly straight wide legs, and they flare out from the hip here. So that's basically where they're going to be fitted around the bum and around the hip at the front, and then flare from the hip. That's going to be the point where we're going to slash and spread the regular trouser block. So we would draw a line across, and then we would slash and spread from that point. So it's all fitted at the top, and then it loosens at the bottom from there. Okay, the next thing that I want to add is the pockets. So at the back, I do want to have some pockets. I'm doing them slightly lower crotched, so they're comfortable. So slightly just underneath the buttocks. That's where they're going to sit at the back. And then I want some just really simple patch pockets, like so, with a nice deep, and then nice deep hem at the top, and then top stitching all around them. I think I'll also be adding top stitching to the waistband at the front and at the back, and then I want a really nice deep hem on the trousers at the bottom. And what else do I need? Probably gonna have darts at the back, I think, because I want these to be quite fitted over the hip and waist, and I think they're going to need darts, but I think those darts can go in and they can go underneath the pocket. So yeah, that is my basic design for my trousers. Quite happy with how that's looking. I'll probably go over that in pen next, just to really define the details. Just mark this up. Patch pockets, and then maybe put a little measurement. So I think probably 15 by maybe square, 15 by 17, rectangle. Yeah, let's give that a go. 15 by 17 centimeters, and give that a try. Also, the waistband, it's a good idea at this point to define how deep we want the waistband. So I'm thinking probably about maybe 6 centimeters, 5 centimeters, maybe 6 centimeters, because I want these to be quite chunky. And then the hem, I think I want to be a 4 centimeter hem, because that would just give it a really good bit of weight. I'm going to pull out some photos of some buttons that I like the look of. I also want to think about the inside detail. I've seen a really, really nice technique where you insert some piping in between the waistband inside, or you bind the edge of the inner waistband and then the waistband facing, and that creates a really nice finish. So I will put some pictures into here. I'm just going to put some notes to remind me. So that's buttons, and then the I think I'll go for the bound waistband facing, and I can remember to put those in. Okay, so my starting pattern block, I'm going to use my own My Handmade Wardrobe trouser block. The fabric, I think I'm going to use a linen. Yeah, I've got a really nice linen that was actually woven in Leicester, and yeah, I think that's going to be a really, really nice weight. So I'll put a swatch of that here over on the fabric swatch section. And the lining, so I'm not going to line these. They're just going to be lightweight. So I'm going to put none for this. Interfacing, I'm probably going to need to interface the waistband. I don't think I'll interface the hems, although I could, maybe. If I interface the hem, it'll give it a bit of weight, and it'll also stop it from creasing as much, which linen does have a tendency to crease, so that could actually be a really good idea. And then I probably want to interface the pocket hems as well. For the same reason, just give it a bit of weight and stability and stop them from creasing when I wash them. Thread, I think I just want to use a regular polyester thread. Now, I am a big advocate for natural fabrics, but when it comes to thread, I always use polyester if I can. Sometimes I use a cotton if I'm doing top stitching, but polyester is always stronger. And when I make a garment, I want it to stay together. So for me, I'm going to compromise and use a little tiny bit of plastic, a little tiny bit of polyester to keep my garments lasting and make them really resilient. So it's just going to be a poly, and it's going to be a dye to match. So it's going to be a matching polyester thread. No contrast top stitching or anything like that here. I have just noticed that I think I probably want to put some top stitching on the opening edge as well. So it's good when you're filling in the boxes down at the bottom here, you can start to really think about other design details that you might have missed, and it gives you a real chance to kind of think through your design and really finalize it. So stitching is just going to be regular top stitch and regular internals. Because I'm not lining, I'm going to finish my seams with the overlocker. And then I'm going to also put bound because I want to bind my my inner waistband. Fastenings and notions, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons. And I reckon I want them to have a bit of impact, so I'm going to make them 2 centimetre buttons, which is 2 centimetres, so they could even be 2 to 2.5 centimetre buttons. Actually, let's just go for 2.5 centimetres, just so that they're really bold. And I think I might want like horn buttons, I'm thinking, or maybe gold, probably horn or gold. Maybe like an anchor emblem on them if I'm really going to go kind of proper seaside. So horn or gold. Labels and internal details. So we've got the bound facing. And I'm not going to add any labels, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's everything. So my supplies list, I'm going to take from the list of design notes that I've created here. As I design, I'm going to add in any other notes. Can't think of anything straight off, but as you're actually creating the garment, it's good to go back to your design sheet and keep updating it, because it helps prompt you for your next designs to see the amount of detail that you can add as you go along. And then I'll also add my fabric swatch here, and maybe a swatch of the binding as well. I'm thinking if maybe I can get a like a stripy binding, that would be really fun. So in fact, I think I'll add that into my supplies list to source. So that's kind of almost like my sourcing list. So stripe binding, and then chunky buttons, and they're kind of like it's like my research list basically. So I've got something fun to look into for that. And that's it. That's how I use my inspiration to then design using the mood board to create a design that I am going to make and wear and enjoy. So I hope that's been helpful, getting a bit of an insight into how I use my mood board to then create my designs. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my block to create a pattern, and then I'm going to toile it, fit it, and then I'll start to actually make it up in my final fabric. If you want to download your own design sheets to start becoming your own designer, you can download them from the Sew Your Own Style programme now. You can also check out our new series of Be Your Own Designer courses. Through this, you'll learn how to make patterns and amend commercial patterns and blocks to start creating your own designs. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to share this with you every month. The course runs for 12 months, and there are also standalone courses to help you start to become your own designer and learn essential pattern making skills. My instant access course is delivered in manageable chunks each month. You can learn pattern making the easy way with simplified theory, lots of practical projects and fun exercises to put it all into practice straight away. If you want to start or level up your pattern making, learn how to hack your favourite patterns and make your clothes your own way, this course is for you. You'll learn the fundamental skills and start altering and drafting your own sewing patterns from day one. Each month you'll get pattern making essential knowledge, the fundamentals of making patterns explained in everyday, easy to understand language aimed at home and hobby dressmakers. Design and pattern making theory delivered in an easy to navigate, accessible course portal with written instructions and diagrams, and an overhead video of all pattern making and alterations techniques. Practical pattern making exercises and projects to put your learning into practice right away. Fitting and pattern adjustments advice. Techniques masterclasses, including sewing tutorials and tips to complement the pattern making projects. Fabrics masterclasses and inspiration, including inspirational shopping reports and ideas boards around the theme for the month. Over the course, you will also learn to draft a sleeve block and other designs from scratch, and you will receive ready-made blocks so that you can start to put your design ideas into reality straight away. You'll get a simple top block, a skirt block, a trouser block, and a half-scale block, plus half-price discounts on My Handmade Wardrobe patterns, which you can learn hacks for throughout the course. These hacks can also be applied to other commercial patterns or your own block. All the materials is written with clear photographs or pre-recorded so that you can go at your own pace and dip back in to the resources anytime you need them. I'm available by email to answer your questions, and premium members can book in a call so you can ask questions along the way. And what's more, you will get the Introduction to Pattern Making course free when you sign up to the Be Your Own Designer course. You can sign up now over on the My Handmade Wardrobe Patterns website at myhandmadewardrobepatterns.com. I do hope you'll join me for this. I'm so excited about running this course and helping you to be your own designer.